It's The Drive on The Fan.
It's another edition of The Drive on a Tuesday morning. We're glad you're with us here in the Finlay Hyundai Studios as we are rocking the airwaves today and riding along with Tarak and Paul Ratliff, your hosts today, as Double D in Mexico enjoying himself, but we're here in his spot. And today's show is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting and Decor, recognized for the 5th year in a row as the best lighting store in Southern Utah, a proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics. Check out their lamp room dedicated to lamps from simple to exquisite. Shop where the locals shop. Wilkinson's House of Lighting and Decor. And let's get started today as there was the beginnings of college basketball yesterday. That's a very fun time of year for me, for a lot of people in the St. George area, as we have a lot of good basketball teams in the state of Utah with Utah State, BYU, who was in action last night. We'll get to them. The Running Utes have promised this year with a new coach. So I think that, and of course, Utah Tech locally, they had a game last night, which we'll get into. So let's jump into Around the Water Cooler today to start the show. No best thing, no doghouse, not as fun, I guess, but we'll get into some of the headlines and the things that went on last night. And most notably locally were the two basketball games. So BYU is taking on one of the blue bloods of college hoops in Villanova with a new coach, and Kevin Willard, who comes over from Maryland, brings a lot of players with him from Maryland. So it was really interesting to see how BYU was going to handle playing a good team right out of the gate. I mean, there was no cupcake warm-up game versus a smaller school and a directional school in Michigan or something like that. You know, they went right out of the gate with a premier opponent in the Villanova Wildcats. So BYU, I was watching this game last night, and obviously all eyes on AJ DeBanza. His college debut went pretty good, to say the least. 32 minutes, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and he was awesome, to be honest. I mean, I thought that there's such hype. He's kind of got that Arch Manning kind of stuff going with him as well.
Okay.
Like a lot of people putting a lot of expectations on this kid.
Right.
And unlike Arch, in his first game in college, he delivered. He played really well. The way he attacks the basket using his size, he's 6'9". He's got a big body. He's got a good shot as far as mid-range. He can shoot the three. From all the things I saw last night, AJ DeBanza is going to be a huge addition to whatever pro team gets him number one next year. So this will be a 1-year foray for BYU and AJ. And I think everybody knows that. But this is the highest expectations that there have ever been put on a BYU basketball team. Number 8 in the country preseason. That's the highest preseason rank in BYU history for their hoops. And they showed last night they are a super talented team. And it's not just AJ. I know I started with AJ, but Kiba Kita was just 8 points, but 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 steal. He's kind of that glue guy, that gadget guy that's going to be a difference in the box score every night, but not scoring a ton of points. But they've got guys to score points. They've got AJ with 21, then Richie Saunders, who comes back. He's going to be a huge addition to this team as a shooter, was an incredible shooter last year. He's going to be a guy that can knock down threes for him at will. And then the Baylor transfer, Rob Wright III, he had 14 points. So between Rob Wright, and I call him the big three of BYU, Rob Wright, Richie Saunders, and AJ DeBanza, those three together combined 21, 15, 14. Add that up for me, math genius, math major.
Say it again.
21, 15, and 14.
And 14.
Crunch. It's early.
Yeah, it is early.
It's early. But 21 plus 15 plus 14 is the total of
36, 50.
50 points between those three. So that's a pretty, for their first game together, playing together, those three, that's pretty impressive. So I was really impressed with BYU. I didn't think that the spread was 9 in this game. They don't cover. They win by 5. But they had a 42-32 lead at halftime, and they looked good. I mean, they really Kevin Young's offense. You see a lot of pace and space. It kind of reminds me a little bit of an NBA offense. And now you've got NBA level players in AJ and Rob Wright and Richie Saunders to carry out your offense. So I really think that this BYU team is going to be a threat come March. Their odds are indicate that. So I think that realistically, this is a team that could win the Big 12 as well. And that's something that, with Houston, Kansas, Iowa State, all those big basketball programs, Arizona, who you saw last night, those teams are tough.
Right.
And BYU is going to have to wade through all those murky waters in the Big 12 and beat those teams on the road if they want to win the conference. But last night was a great sample. It was in Las Vegas. It was a Cougar-heavy crowd for sure. You could hear every score, a nice pop from the Cougar fans. So they got to see a really good game last night from AJ, from Richie, from Rob Wright, from obviously Richie back from last year's team. But the two additions, Rob Wright and AJ, they looked amazing. Just to put it in kind of layman's terms, as far as just a guy that not a casual, but not a basketball genius or basketball, analytically, I don't understand the game like others do, so as far as watching it, just trying to understand the BYU offense, because I've never really coached basketball. I played freshman basketball at my high school, but that's where my career ended. So I'm just a fan at this point, and I just want to see good basketball played. And the amount of movement in BYU's offense, the flex cuts and the guys, the picks and screens set and then rolling off of them to the basket. And I think we have a clip from last night. This was AJ DeBanza showing his passing prowess as he threw an alley-oop early in this game to Kiba Keita. This was a thunderous early alley-oop to get this game started. And this is him showing the full tool bag. As far as his passing, he had some blocks, some rebounds, some points, obviously 21 points. But this was really cool to see AJ DeBanza at the top of the key. He's outside or beyond the three-point line. He's looking around, trying to kind of surveying the court. And then he sees Keita cutting to the hoop and throws a beautiful pass for the alley-oop. And we got the audio here. This is from last night, BYU's win over Villanova, early on play here. And Keita was.
There it goes.
Matt Hodge who draws the assignment.
Kiba Keita. I love that guy, and he's going to be an impact player for this team. He was a good player for him last year, but it looks as if in game one his development has continued, and he's going to continue to ascend as a player. So with Rob Wright, with AJ DeBanza, with Kiba Keita, with Richie Saunders, this team is loaded, and I feel BYU is poised for a deep run in March Madness this season. Obviously, last year, lost to Alabama in the Sweet 16, but BYU hadn't been to the Sweet 16 in what seemed like years. So Kevin Young has really commandeered this team, got them believing, got them playing for each other, playing for him, playing for the school. And in game one, I got to say, impressed, very impressed. They passed with flying colors their first test from me. So I love what I saw, and I will be watching BYU very closely this season. Normally, my first few years here, Kyle Collinsworth, there were some players for Pope. Pope was a good coach, but it just feels like BYU took the next step, bringing in a guy like Kevin Young from the NBA, former assistant coach at the NBA level. He's coached guys like Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and players like that. And I think that carries a lot of weight with prospective recruits when you're looking for a college to go to.
Right.
Like, it's not all about the money. I know NIL is really, really kind of taking a lot of the thoughts and the space in the head of these recruits. But at the end of the day, you still got to get developed. If you're an NBA level player and you're not just looking for $100,000 and when your college career is over, that's the end of your getting paid for sports thing. AJ DeBanza is going to be getting paid for sports for a long, long time in basketball, with endorsements, with his NBA salary, with all that. So if you're that level player, I think that you should go to BYU, because you can develop under a guy that develops some great NBA stars. And I think that's what a lot of people reference when they committed to BYU. I was saying to Devin, I was like, oh, it's about the money. AJ got $6 million. Where else is he getting that? BYU overpaid. But he's maintained throughout his entire time through the off season while he was at Utah Prep, while he was still being recruited by other schools, even though he's committed. He said that it's all about the development. BYU, there's no distractions. He's not a partier. He's not a guy that wants to have a good time every night after a win. Like, he's a guy that is committed to his craft, and he wants to build his skills under Kevin Young, who's coached at the NBA level. So I think it's an amazing fit for AJ, for BYU, and I think they're going to do great things this season. And we saw that last night with their 71-66 win over the Villanova Wildcats. That's kind of my top on the around the cooler today. But I know you, while I was at Wingnuts last night doing the Monday Night Football parties, and great turnout, by the way. Really liked what the crowd that came out. Had a good time talking to Benny. Benny, you said you'd listen this morning. If you're listening, man, it was a good time talking to you last night. And some of the other regulars, quite a few, Jeff and Barry and a couple other guys that just came up and made conversation. It was a great time, and not a good game last night. The Cowboys, a lot of Cowboys fans at Wingnuts. Yeah, a lot of Cowboys fans. Actually, a Cowboys fan won the Micah Parsons jersey. She was wearing a Cowboys t-shirt, went crazy when her name was called.
That's awesome.
It was awesome to see that happen, but that was about the only good thing that happened for Cowboys fans last night. So as the Cardinals do win, but while I was at Wingnuts, you were in the Finlay Hyundai studios.
I was.
Commandeering the Utah Tech production for basketball last night against South Dakota. So
and it was a great night. It was a good game. Went to overtime. And Utah Tech Trailblazers pulled it out. They won 81-79 over South Dakota. And it was a great game. It was led by Trujillo.
Chance,
yeah. This was the first time he started, too. He was a redshirt sophomore, but he had a double-double, like 17 points, 12 rebounds.
Wow.
Yeah, was just absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
And, they had 5 of their players finish like with double digits.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, Ethan Potter, 15 points. Tanner Davis, transfer. 17. Yeah, Noah Belonga, 15 points. Like, there was just really great basketball. It was fun to watch. And it's great for Utah Tech to go on the road and get their first win.
That is
starting the season off right.
That's just something that hasn't happened in years of the past, for Utah Tech hoops, to start off the season with a big on the road victory against the South Dakota Coyotes. And like you said, a lot of guys in double figures: Potter, Belonga, Trujillo, Holt, Davis, a lot of guys contributing. And Tanner Davis, 17 off the bench. That can't be understated. That's a big number for a bench player.
Right.
So the starters did well, and we have yet to see our friend, the Dayton transfer, Marvell Allen.
Yeah.
So he will be, we presume, added to the lineup at some point before the new year,
healthy.
maybe in January, before January, we're hoping.
Hopefully, yeah.
So we don't really have a really good timetable on when he'll return, but I'm just kind of keeping my fingers crossed that it'll be
we see him soon.
Before the new year, I'm hoping, because there'll be a lot of games played between now and January 1. So they'll miss him. But to get the win in his absence, it shows that this team's got some pieces.
They do.
They got some players this year. Kind of a tough year for Utah Tech basketball last year, but I think that this year is going to write a totally different script. So their next game, and like you said, triumphant win against South Dakota cannot be understated. Overtime, on the road, tough situation for the team traveling, but they find a way to get it done. So now they will take on Bethesda, which is a Division II team. That's going to be on Wednesday, like you said, 7 p.m. On ESPN Plus, and it will be at the Burns Arena. If you want to come down and get your first sight of the new Trailblazer roster and how it looks, how they're composed, I think that would be a fun thing to do.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah, we want to invite everyone to pack the Burns, get down there. I'll be on the color commentary working the game with Ryan Forsey that night, so that'll be fun. I'll get my first sample of Trailblazer basketball as I was working the Wingnuts remote while you were doing the game, so I didn't really get to see much of the South Dakota action, but really optimistic about this team. I think that they may have the pieces to do some things in the WAC this year.
Have a good season, yeah. Yep, for sure. And then Friday they go out to Arizona.
Yeah, and that is on for everyone that wondered if they can ever watch on anything but ESPN Plus. Utah Tech basketball, football, mainly every game is going to be on that ESPN Plus carrier. But how about this, Tara? Friday night, Utah Tech, Arizona. It's on the big network, time. TNT.
Yep, big time.
TNT True TV broadcast at 7 p.m. on Friday.
Yeah.
So that will be a whale of a game.
It will. And I watched the Arizona game last night, which was incredible. They beat number 3 Florida, the reigning champs.
That's right.
Arizona came in and beat them, and 93-87. But Koa Pete, in his debut, he had 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block. He was just on fire. It was a crazy game.
Wow. I wish I would have gotten to watch this. No, well, Wingnuts, they go all in on the football. There isn't any other TVs. I remember when the World Series, we got the World Series to come on a couple. But as far as, a Arizona Florida basketball game. Probably not a ton of people for that game, but I would have liked to have it on one screen because I'm a big college hoops guy. But and that was the premier game last night. That and the BYU Villanova game were kind of the two the
big ones,
premier like kind of prime time blockbuster games with two big teams like name brand programs, Florida and Arizona, and then BYU and Villanova.
Yeah.
So those are all name brand. They're all big time, like household recognition for all those programs.
Right.
So it's not really, the same to watch these big schools, because I was watching UCLA play Eastern Washington last night, and it got away, and it wasn't a fun game to watch.
Right.
But like you said, the Florida Arizona game was big time.
It was
6
good.
points down to the wire. So, and same with the BYU Villanova. I mean, BYU thought to win by 9+ by the spread. They win by 5. So that was a really tight game down the stretch as well. But I think both teams that were victorious, Big 12 teams over the Big East, and being as Arizona being in the Big 12 as well, they take down an SEC school. So good start for the Big 12 and conference supremacy, because that's a big talking point when it comes time for the tournament and how many teams you're going to allow from each conference. You want to look at their strength of the conference when they play other conferences in the non-conference schedule.
Right.
So now the Big 12 has 2 nice little feathers in their cap early on in this. They've got some big non-conference wins. And I think Houston going to do really well this season. Kansas, Iowa State, a lot of teams, Kansas State. There's some really good teams in the Big 12. So it's going to be fun watching BYU all season. I'm going to double down on the fact that I think they're going to do a really good job navigating through the Big 12 this year. It's not going to be any blowouts like last year when they lost to Houston by 40 points. This team is just too good. They're so talented. So I like I said, I know we didn't do best thing I saw, but if I had one today, it would have been the BYU hoops team, because they really did impress me last night. And for you being on the Utah Tech game and working that one, that seemed like their effort was there all night long.
It was.
And that's awesome. For basketball, it's a very taxing physical game as far as the fatigue and the running and getting back on defense. And you can really tell if a team loves its coach and wants to play for their coach. The ability where they get back on defense, where they make a basket or miss a basket, and then they just sprint back. And I was watching that all night with BYU, and I'm sure you saw that with Utah Tech. The effort level for Coach Judkins is there this year.
It was there for sure. Yep.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap us up on the Around the Water Cooler, as we wanted to talk a little BYU and Utah Tech hoops. Also had fun at Wingnuts last night. Thanks to everybody that came out. We had a good crowd last night for Cowboys Cardinals. Gave away some good prizes, and looking forward to it next week. Hopefully we have the full crew back next week.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so. I've done a couple solo Wingnuts, and it's a little lonely without my buddies, but it's okay. So fun time I had by all, but we're going to take a quick break, come back. Got a big show planned today. We're going to redraft the 2024 NFL draft. We're also going to talk upsets and some of the biggest upsets of all time, some of the most disappointing upsets, because, man, was there a big one last night in college basketball that we'll get into as well. And then a little NFL factor fiction, as I've got a couple outlandish statements I'll let Tara navigate through, and we will see what she thinks on my NFL factor fiction. That's coming up first hour as well. So that's kind of your first hour preview. We are riding along on the drive. Tara Ack and Paul Ratliff with you, and we are going to take a quick break, but not before we thank some quick local sponsors. That segment brought to you by Color Country Custom Coatings. Hey, I said it right today.
Nice.
JC is offering a limited time deal, $400 off a permanent ceramic coating. But hurry, this offer won't last. Call JC today at 678-283-8124. Color Country Custom Coatings. Protect your vehicle with the ultimate finish. We'll be right back after this. Yeah, I like this one. And we're back live here. Tarak and Paul Ratliff with you on the drive on a Tuesday. Today's show brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Celebrate Coral Canyon's 25th anniversary and play great golf for a great price. Call for tee times 435-688-1700. That's 435-688-1700. And man, what a night it was last night in college hoops as we got the season started. And I would say this is pretty embarrassing for Boise State. Boise State basketball, a team that really was a good Mountain West team last year, obviously maybe depleted in the portal or I don't know what happened. But I see this headline from NCAA March Madness on Twitter. Hawaii Pacific shocks Boise State. D2 Hawaii Pacific grabs a stunning win on the road. The Sharks defeat the Broncos 79-78. And this is not an understatement. One of the largest upsets in college basketball history. This is a team that plays their home games at a former Franciscan Adult Center facility. Strip Mall is where their campus is. I mean, this is a small outfit. D2 Hawaii Pacific. So one of the biggest upsets in college hoops history went final last night, which had me thinking, Tara. We've kind of compiled two each here of our, I guess I could call it embarrassing upsets, just huge, massive upsets in sports that stuck out to us. So we both got two. I'll go first here. Let's start with in 2006, and I'll set the scene here.
Set the scene.
I am.
Set the mood.
I mean, set the mood. That's right.
Okay.
Dim the lights, light a candle.
Right, here we go.
So 2006, I'm in sixth grade. I'm not a big college football fan at that point. I'm more of an NFL guy because my parents both went to a smaller school in Virginia called Radford. They're a Division II school. They don't have football. They have a small basketball team. So I really wasn't introduced to tailgating, to college football, to college basketball till later on in my life, like 7th, 8th grade it would come. So like 2 years later. So I'm like, everyone's talking about USC and Texas,
Right.
the national championship game.
Yeah.
And it's on ABC, and everyone's talking about it, excited about it all day at school. And I'm just like, what is this game? Like, they're like Texas, USC. I mean, Matt Leinart, Vince Young, like these guys are going early in
All
the
the
draft.
big- yeah.
These are Reggie Bush.
Big names.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like, so there was all these big name players in this game. And I was like, so wait, these guys go to the NFL after this, right? They're in the draft. And they're like, yeah, like you could see guys that are going to be stars in the NFL
Right.
tomorrow or tonight.
They're going to be like first round. Yeah.
First round picks. So I never really was a huge NFL draft guy. I would watch the Redskins pick and then kind of walk away and tune out. Now, long story short, the NFL draft is one of my favorite things to watch. And so that really piqued my curiosity on that game. So anyways, the game, East Coast time, it starts at 8:30. My parents want me in bed by 10.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyways, I'm sneaking out of my bedroom multiple times because this game ends up being one of the greatest college football games in the history of the sport. And it was honestly like the first full game I watched, besides a couple trips to my room when my parents said, it's getting late, get in bed.
Go to bed.
But
Yeah.
I would sneak back out,
Like,
turn the volume all the way down on the TV.
Glass of water.
Yeah, some warm milk to help me sleep.
Yeah. Right.
But anyways, the reason it is an upset is USC, the spread before the game was 8.5 favoring USC. And that is a massive national championship spread.
Yeah.
Back in the BCS system, when the computers determined who played, they really pitted the two most analytically even teams against each other.
Right.
Offense, defense, points allowed, points scored, all this stuff. The computers crunched every number, which now, years later, with the playoff committee that I feel like picks teams based on how big and how much money they can make. I kind of like the computers a little bit. Even though we only got two teams, and it really left no room for human error. But that's a different debate for another day. But anyway, so USC is the favorite. They're the big dog. They've got Lendale White, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Dwayne Jarrett, all on offense, all first-round picks.
Right.
And Texas has a guy named Vince Young. Vince Young. And We have this clip, and this is one of the more iconic, and I didn't know I was ever going to get into sports broadcasting when I was in 6th grade, but little did I know this was one of the more iconic calls of a touchdown. This is 4th and 5, Texas down on the scoreboard right here, and Vince Young says, I'm going to take it into my own hands. I know a lot of people that watch this game remember this clip. This is an iconic play in college football history, and it's what busted the USC chances and ruined the spread, which was 8. And not only did it ruin the spread, Texas won outright with this play.
4th and 5. I kind of feel like Joe. I'm too old for this.
I'm too old for this.
Yeah, it was a heart rate game for sure. It would get you, got it up there.
National championship on the line right here. He's going for the corner. He's got it.
And then the crowd just deafening. You see the burnt orange Texas. And you see the Texas mascot coming over to love on Vince. And long story short,
the cuddly Bevo, not the actual
Bevo
isn't coming over loving on Vince, but.
But now, this the insanity of that situation. It made the game 40-30 or 39-38 with that touchdown. Yeah. So that was an amazing play. I mean, and it became a bigger upset to me because it was USC, and at that time they had won the championship the year before. They had Reggie Bush, who was going to be the #1 pick. They had Matt Leinart. They had all those guys I listed, and Texas still found a way.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. I like seeing teams that overcome the talent disparity, like we see at the high school level from time to time. Like you see a team that looks bigger, faster, stronger than the other team,
right?
But still, like the coaching, the plays, the schematic draws of how they do things give them an advantage. And I thought Texas used their X factor, their best weapon, on the final play of that game in Vince Young, and it cashed in for the big win. So -8 spread, 8.5, depending on where you look back then. That was 2006 national title game between USC and Texas. That's my first one of my 2 upsets that were embarrassing.
Yeah.
So let's jump into yours. Who you got as your first upset?
So set the scene again.
Yeah, get the mood. Hold on, let me dim the light.
2001, down here at Dixie College. And I remember this, the Mariners and Devin's team was having an incredible season. Won 116 games, tying the all-time record set by the 1906 Chicago Cubs. So that was 1906 was the last time this many games had been won.
Yeah.
And they get upset, though, by none other than the New York Yankees. It was such a bummer in the American League, division series. And the Yankees came out and beat them at 4-1 series to just send the Mariners packing. Ugh. See you later. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is Ichiro Suzuki. You had Edgar Martinez, John Olerud. Did I say
Olerud?
Oh, Olerud. Yeah.
Brett Boone was on that team.
Brett Boone.
Yeah,
I mean, this was just an insane team.
And it was Ichiro's debut season.
Yeah.
So that was cool that he won Rookie of the Year that year.
Right.
So a lot of things happened for the Mariners too. And that's a good one because there was a lot of expectations. When you win that many games, you go what was it, 116 and 46.
Yeah.
So that's good for a 716 win percentage.
That's insane.
You're winning more than 2/3 of your games.
Right.
That's incredible in a 162 game season.
And has anybody even done that since?
I feel like no.
I don't think so either.
I feel like not even close. I know there's been some over 100 game winners the last 5-6 years, but nowhere close. Not in the teens.
Right.
Maybe in the low 10s, but not into the teens. So 116 games to blow it in 5 in a playoff series.
Yes. Yeah. 4-1. They won one game in the series.
Yeah. I had totally forgot. I thought they pushed it to 7 and it was a good series and they lost, but
they lost in 5. Yeah.
Ooh.
Only won one game.
Jeez. Yeah, that's a letdown for sure.
It was embarrassing. Yeah, it was sad.
Okay.
Sorry, Devin. But your Mariners like blew it.
They did blow it back in 2001.
Yes.
That is a good one. So the Mariners refused to lose season. Texas National Championship upset of USC, the two we've gone with so far. And now I'm going to go back into the college basketball realm as we open the show with the college hoops from last night. How about 2018? The UMBC Retrievers. How about that? University of Maryland, Baltimore County defeats UVA, University of Virginia, the 1 seed, 74-54 to become the first 16 seed to ever beat a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And their odds, they were going at 20-1. So you put up $1, you win 20 on that bet. So if you were courageous enough to bet the UMBC Retrievers, you made a nice payday because they were a heavy underdog. And we got the sound. This is Jim Nance. And I kind of feel like he a little bit under-delivers this moment a bit for the UMBC Golden or Retrievers. But we'll let you listen here. This is as the game goes final. This is 3.5 seconds. UMBC up 74-54 over UVA in what would be the biggest upset in college basketball history.
How gratifying, how improbable, how amazing. The superlatives, you can't come up with enough. Absolute. Incredible performance. Shock and awe in college basketball. UMBC makes history in Charlotte.
And they did. It was history for sure, as they were the first 16. I mean, there's been some 15-2s. There's been some 3-14s. There's a lot of 5-12s like every year.
Yeah.
But there's never, ever been a 1 seed to fall in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So that for me is the quintessential upset. College basketball is a crazy game in March Madness. There's a lot of upsets, but you never see the 16 seed ever give the 1 a game, let alone beat them. So, and now full circle moment. This is pretty cool.
Okay.
The coach of UMBC, Ryan Odom, he now coaches at UVA.
Oh, wow.
He's gone full circle. The team that he dethroned.
It's the circle of life.
The circle of life. That's right. He was at VCU after UMBC and now at UVA. So climbed the coaching ladder.
Yeah.
And I think a big feather in his cap was probably that win over UVA. That probably in the job interview process. And he's probably like, hey, you know, I beat you guys when you're a 1 seed. You remember that?
Yeah.
But, so Ryan Odom does go full circle and come back. But that team would ultimately lose in the next round as they ran out of steam. But just to be able to beat a 1 seed as a 16, that's incredible. And not only beat them, but thump them by 20 points. So they came out inspired. They were undersized. They didn't have a ton of talent like UVA did. UVA had an amazing season in the ACC that year, and really kind of just dispelled all the myths that they couldn't score, that they weren't an elite team. So everyone was picking UVA to win the national title that year. And they would. The kind of feel good aspect of this is that UVA the very next year would win the national championship.
Right.
So, you know, they just had to wait 1 more year. But the pain and the suffering that they probably experienced after losing this one, I know Tony Bennett, a great coach at UVA, and probably he had some sleepless nights after this one. So,
nightmares.
2018 UMBC number 16 seed over the 1 seed UVA is my second one. Who you got as your second embarrassing upset?
I'm gonna go with Super Bowl number 42.
Okay.
2008.
2008, that sounds like in the realm of the Patriots.
I reveled in this one. Yeah. Patriots, who I couldn't, so sick of them winning.
Yeah.
And they went into this game undefeated. They were just dominant all season.
The 72 Dolphins were shaking in their boots, thinking they were going to lose that title as the only undefeated team.
Exactly, yeah. But no, the Giants came in and beat them. And it was so great. And I'm sure everybody remembers the David Tyree, it's got to be infamous at this point. The catch on the helmet.
It's been shown a million times.
Yeah. And then, you know, the pass to Plaxico Burress. But if you haven't seen that clip, I do have it right here. We'll play it for you real quick.
Yeah, this David Tyree making the game-saving catch.
The infamous helmet catch.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pressure from Thomas off the edge. Eli Manning stays on his feet. airs it out down the field. It is caught by Tyree. Inside the 25 and a timeout taken.
I mean, that's the most wildest sequence because the throw never should have gotten off.
Right.
Eli was like grabbed by like two defenders. His jersey was pulled. Like it was just like you could barely,
for him to even, like you said, to get out and get that ball out.
just to get the ball off.
Yeah.
It's just impossible to think that was, or conceivable to think that would happen because it looked as if he was dead to rights in the backfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Looked like he was going to get sacked. Looked like he was going to get plowed over.
Right.
And then he found a way to navigate away and throw just a beautiful pass, and it just happened to be pinned on top of the helmet. I mean, that was so cool.
And the defender trying to still like rip it away and for him to hold on. And,
you could tell he was just straining really hard
to hold it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So Giants end up winning 17-14, and they were 12-point underdogs.
Wow. Okay.
In this game.
So that's a pretty sizable underdog for football.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big spread. And a really notable game because
Patriots thought they had it in the bag.
The undefeated season I thought was coming. That was Randy Moss was on the Patriots. He had that amazing year. I mean, Tom Brady threw 20 touchdowns to Randy that season. Tom Brady had almost 50.
Right. Yeah.
And they had statistically, offensively, one of the best seasons in NFL history. They were scoring at will. Their defense was maintaining low point totals on the opposition. Everything was going the Patriots' way, and you just thought, wow.
18-0, and
you just thought all the things were starting to stack up.
The Dolphins were scared.
Yeah, that's right. They were definitely scared. All those fellas.
We're finally going to lose the title.
Larry Zonka and Jim Kick and all those guys. They were probably had the bubbly ready, and they were just like, oh no, we might not be able to pop it this year. But they were able to pop it in the last game of the season. They were saved by the New York Giants as David Tyree made a big one in that game.
And I will forever love Eli Manning for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Eli, you know, he's Eli. A lot of people kind of take shots at him for he's the NFL interception leader. So he's had some inconsistencies with his play. He got benched for Geno Smith at the very end for one game.
Yeah.
So like the end of his tenure wasn't great.
No.
But Giants fans should remember the 2 Super Bowls.
Right,
so
exactly.
Beating the Patriots twice. So for all the anti-Patriots people out there, you should love Eli Manning. And for me, I'm a Redskin fan, and the Giants play in our division, but I still appreciate Manning.
Still like him,
And just like the Eagles dethroning the Chiefs last year and blowing them out in the Super Bowl, I know the Eagles aren't a lovable team for me, but they still dethroned a
beat
dynasty.
The Chiefs. Yeah.
So it's you kind of take your licks. You know, you don't really love who wins.
Right.
But you
it's
still
better.
are still happier than the other dynasty continuing.
Right.
So that's kind of where I stand on that. And it sounds like you agree.
February 3rd, 2008. I think everybody was a New York Giants fan.
That's right. Yeah. Everyone was happy. So
and I love it. They come like on Mother's Day every year. You get the memes about like Eli's mom and like thank you for birthing, you know.
Yeah.
The 2 people that have like beat Tom Brady.
That's right. That's right.
So it's good.
That's funny because I mean, Eli Manning, much maligned, I feel like at the end of his career, but man, did he deliver some amazing moments for the Giants, and he should be lauded and should never pay for a drink in New York again.
Ever.
Absolutely. So all right, well, that's going to bring us to the end of our upset segment. Good banter there. That was fun. And that segment today brought to you by a number of great local partners, but most importantly to right now, Prime IV. Call Prime IV at 435-522-5005. Black Friday is on all month at Prime IV Hydration and Wellness. Stock up on your favorite infusions, injections, and gift cards with the biggest savings of the year. One glowing skin, the high-dose glutathione beauty boost pack is $150 off, plus an $150 gift card. If you buy one, you get a $50 bonus, or a $250 gift card, get $100 free.
Wow.
Use your gift for you or a loved one. It's up to you. These deals are on all month, but quantities are limited. Stop in, call, or visit PrimeIVSTG.com before they're gone. We're going to grab the quick break, be back on the other side with more sports takes after this. Back live here from the Finlay Hyundai Studios. It's another edition of The Drive on a Tuesday. Tara Ack and Paul Ratliff with you. And this segment brought to you by Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. Student specials every day. I'm not sure the word's gotten out. We need to make sure everyone knows that if you're a student, high school or college, Go into Kabuto from 11 to 3, and you're going to see some great specials available. They got amazing food. We talked to Marvell. His order sounded amazing. The shrimp fried rice, the ribeye steak.
His was protein packed.
The shrimp tempura roll. I think he liked the fried rolls, which was something he said is good there. So I'm going to give that a shot. So go give Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar a try if you haven't. And if you're a student, why would you not go down? Specials daily for high school and college students. All right, let's oh man, this is hard. This comes out of my mouth like vinegar because I have to admit that I
Tara Damas in the house.
She has struck once again, and I'm wondering if it's just in the realm of hockey. I may have to force you to make other sports picks.
I'm definitely better at hockey. I'll admit that.
So we did our picks yesterday. We're starting a running tab, and I've got a check mark. I don't think the camera can see it back there, but Tara's got one check mark by her name, and I've got 0 by my name. As last night I picked the Oilers, the Edmonton Oilers. And they were unable to win, which surprised me. Exactly, yes. I'm well aware. 3-2, they lose. And the Oilers, man, that was a pick I thought was a lock 'em up winner, but they do not win. And I will let you take it away for your pick, which somehow won.
Somehow won? I took the Seattle Kraken over the Chicago Blackhawks, and winner, chicken dinner.
You got all the sound effects for this segment. Hey, thank you. Yeah, she does get the win.
They
3-1
3
over
to
the
1.
Blackhawks.
Yep.
And I should disallow Kraken picks because you've got insiders that can help you, like who's hurt, who's healthy, like
Capo Caco's back. So
yeah, and you've probably found that out before anybody. So
I sure did.
So you've got insider trading. We'll say it with the Black.
I wouldn't call it trading, but. Yeah.
All right.
I do get insider information.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But, so 3-1 winner over the Blackhawks last night in our Pick'em Challenge. Tara Damas versus Prediction Paul.
Reign supreme.
Well, it's just one day. I mean, don't be celebrating early. Don't throw the ball before you cross the goal line.
We just started it yesterday, but I still have, I've got 2 other picks that weren't actually on the board that I've won.
You're like Mercado on the Cardinals. When you're getting to the end zone, you're running out way in front of me. I'm the defender. I'm diving at your feet, and you're going to the end zone, and you just drop the ball.
No, that's never going to happen.
Here.
That's not going to happen.
Because I could pick 3 in a row. You could miss 3 in a row, and then
that's true.
We'd be flip-flopped. So, that could happen, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll have our picks. We'll continue.
And picks could fly.
Well, we'll continue this every day, though. I want to. We used to do prime cuts that was just me, but I thought, let's involve Tara because she's got some picking prowess.
Yeah.
And
Prediction Polly and Tara Damas.
I've actually profited in real dollars.
Off of me.
Of Tara's picks. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You've always been there for me. You always have my back.
I have your back
in more ways than one. So
I make sure you got money in your pocket.
At least a few bucks,
right?
But yeah, so we are wrapping up the first hour of the show. It has been a fun first hour. We talked a lot of stuff, the Utah Tech BYU basketball games from last night, as that was fun. We also got into a little bit of the biggest upsets and most embarrassing upsets in our mind in the last recent memory. So, but that's going to wrap us on the first hour of the show. This segment brought to you by St. George Tint Shop. Make your vehicle look good, feel cooler, and protect your ride. Book your tint today. Just call 435-704-8657 or Google St. George Tint Shop today, as well as Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health. Call or book an appointment at GameDayMen'sHealth.com. They've got the T-test, the free T-test. They've got all the peptides and the things that Devin's into that are making his knee feel great. He's really gotten behind a lot of the things they're doing over there at Game Day Men's Health. They've got custom weight loss plans. They've got cave men's kind of environment,
nice.
So it's an awesome place to be if you're looking to get right in the new year as we're coming up on 2026.
We need a she shed one.
She shed? What's that?
kind of like the man cave, but it's like the female version. We need like a she shed.
Okay. She shed. I get
Women's
it.
health.
SHESHED. I get it now. I was like, is that like an Asian word? Or
my goodness.
I didn't right know what that was. She shed man cave.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. All right. I'm tracking now.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry to derail you.
It's okay.
My bad.
You shouldn't. I mean, I shouldn't have gotten derailed by that comment, but I was just like, she shed what? And lastly, the segment to wrap up the first hour brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting and Decor, recognized for the 5th year in a row as the best lighting store in Southern Utah, serving Southern Utah since 1946. All right, we're going to take the quick break. Be back with the second hour right after this on The Drive. It's funny, this song, you play this song as when we were doing our original Fan Beats playlist, this song was outlawed by Double D. It was given, we were all given one veto. So let's peel the curtain back for the listeners.
So it made me mad, yeah.
So,
hey, now he's gone, so I'm going to play it.
So I knew this song.
Long story short,
I knew it was going to get some playtime this week. But so we're at Wing Nuts. We're making this Fan Beats playlist, which we call, it's our pretty much our bumper music for the show. So we're all putting songs in there. It's a shared playlist. And Tara puts the Skilo, I Want to Be a Baller, which you just heard.
Wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
It's a catchy song.
It's great.
For all the listeners out there, whether you like it or not, Tara likes it, I like it, but Double did not
for some reason hates it.
Vetoed it. He was like, I don't want this.
It was the one he vetoed. I'm like, that's been my kids' walk-up songs like their whole lives.
And like you say, I'm a hits guy, but I sometimes swing and miss with some of the songs I put on there. And he vetoed none of my terrible songs. Like, and I knew I put some songs that only I like on there. And he was like, nope, I don't want Skilo. It's out. It's out. I'm vetoing. And I'm like, all right. Well,
I think Skilo must have stole his girlfriend back in the day or something. I don't know what happened. But he hates Skilo for some reason.
He's got a vendetta against Skilo. But anyways,
maybe Robin has a crush on Skilo or something, so he can't stand him.
That's right. Maybe so. Skilo, I mean, I feel like is he a one-hit wonder, or does he have more, or is that one kind of like
basically the only one I know of his?
Okay, so he is kind of a one-hit wonder. So why would the Double strip the one-hit wonders a little shine that he gets at this point? You know, he's getting airtime on the drive, the Skilo, I mean, and he won't let him have it, but it was
we just let him have it.
But we just played it, so we did it. So I'm happy that came to fruition. And we're going to get into a little NFL fact or fiction here.
Okay.
And that is brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Celebrate Coral Canyon's 25th anniversary and play great golf for a great price. Call for tee times 435-688-1700. That's 435-688-1700. All right.
Okay.
So I've got a number of statements compiled here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 statements.
Oh.
And we will go ahead and determine if these are fact or fiction. And I think we're going to disagree quite a bit here, so this should be fun.
Might.
All right, let's get going. All right, the Detroit Lions will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Very specific one here. So basically the Lions if you say fact or the field if you say fiction. So what are your thoughts on Detroit's chances to be the Super Bowl representative for the NFC? You know, you got the Eagles, you've got some, you've got some decent teams in the NFC this year. The Packers in their own division, who just lost to the Panthers. My survivor pick, by the way, blech, that was terrible. But
I think Devin, he won, huh?
He did win, but we won't let him have his shine. We'll hope he forgets.
We won't tell him.
The NFC's kind of loaded this year, I feel like.
It is.
A lot of people thought the AFC was the side of the, with all the dominant quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. I mean, everyone thought the AFC was going to be the conference with more elite teams. But when you look at the Eagles, the Packers, Lions, Bucks, Seahawks, Rams, there's a lot of teams in the NFC that can make some noise. So I am saying Lions, and they're 5-3 right now. But let's go through the Lions' upcoming schedule for a little bit here, just for a little example here on what's coming up. So they got the Commanders next. That's a win. Then they got a big showcase game against the 6-2 Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Then it goes Giants, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers, Vikings, Bears. Hard stretch for the Lions. So we're going to prove how good they are in the next 4 or 5 games. But I'm getting in early. I'm going to say this is a fact. I like the Lions to be the Super Bowl representative for the NFC. They're the most stacked offense as far as skill goes in the NFL. And this is an offensive-driven league now. They've made all the rule adjustments, the penalties on the defensive players. It's driven to score points. The American public loves offense. So the NFL said, all right, let's make it easier for the offense. And I think the Lions have the most skill, as with Laporta, Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, David Montgomery, Jared Goff. I mean, there's 6-7 Pro Bowl ballers on the offensive side of the football. So I think the Lions are going to have a late season run like no one's seen. They're going to rip off 4 or 5 wins in a row. They're going to be a juggernaut in the playoffs. They were derailed by the Commanders in the playoffs last year. They were a highly seeded team that was unable to win. But I still think this year might be the year for Dan Campbell and the Lions. I got a little tingle on the Lions. So what do you think? Fact or fiction?
Absolute fiction.
Of course.
You're living in fantasy land right now, which is fun.
All right. Fantasy land is fun.
Yeah,
I've been there quite a bit.
No way.
Okay. Who do you like then? And don't just say the field. That's a cop-out. If you had to pick one team right now from the NFC, who would it be?
I still think the Eagles.
Okay. So you're a believer in the Eagles.
But I would go with the Eagles or the Seahawks.
Oh, really? The Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. So you've got a little bit of a different view than I do. So I'm going to go fact. You're going to go fiction. I like the Lions. You clearly like the field and some other teams in the mix. So
yeah,
the Lions out of the NFC, a fiction in Tara's mind and a fact in my mind. All right. This one is one that hits close to home because I have this guy in our league.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Taylor will
here we
continue
go.
to be the best player in fantasy football production. Interesting one there. I'm going to look up the top fantasy performers because I did not fact check that before I started, but I'm still going to assume that he is going to be the guy. So as far as
didn't have a great week this week, but
he didn't have a great week this week. He had 7 points. They really didn't have a lot of explosive plays with Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
But as far as the total points scored right now, he is the number 1 player in fantasy, 197.3 according to Fantasy Pros. Second is there's a couple quarterbacks because quarterbacks that run get a lot of points. Justin Herbert, Drake May, which we'll get into a little later, Josh Allen, Bo Nix. There's quite a few guys that are the quarterbacks, the running quarterbacks that run and gun a little bit. They're going to average a lot of points. So Jonathan Taylor, the first wide receiver, running back, tight end to be in the top. So I think he will not, unfortunately. I think the Colts, I've kind of maintained, and last week was the beginning of the fall for them.
Yeah.
7-2 now. They lost to the Steelers on the road. Taylor was bottled up. I think it's very simple to beat the Colts. You stack the box, you stop the run against Jonathan Taylor and force a guy, Daniel Jones, who was exiled from the Giants, who's not a good quarterback. I know he's putting on a cape right now and being Superman, but that's eventually going to fizzle out.
You think?
So if Jonathan Taylor's not running for 100-plus yards, the Colts aren't winning, and that's what happened last week. So if the Colts are to have success, then Jonathan Taylor's got to have success. But I think that he will these are his point totals this year. 9.8, which from week 1 was a little shaky. 27.5, 29.8, 9.6, 28.6, 19.7, 31.2, 35.4, and 5.7. So he's had some huge weeks.
He has, yeah.
And I think that he is very capable. But I think the second half of the season going to be a little bitter to the Colts. I don't think they're going to be able to continue this hot roll. And we saw last week against the Steelers, they lost to Old Man Rodgers and that defense that's been getting tattooed all season.
Yeah.
So I think that the Colts are going to begin to fall a little bit, and that means Taylor will too. So I'm going to say there'll be another guy in the top. It might be Patrick Mahomes. It could be Josh Allen. It could be Bo Nix. Like a lot of these running quarterbacks have continued to prosper in the point department. So I'm thinking Jonathan Taylor will not end the season as the number 1 fantasy football player. It's up for debate right now.
Especially, over all the other positions.
Because you got
but
Christian
if it's
McCaffrey.
just running backs.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey's done amazing this year as well. So I think I would take the field in this. I mean, you took the field in the last one. You're probably going to take the field.
I'm actually going to,
You're going to go field here? Okay.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Taylor, while he's been the best fantasy football player so far this season, we both agree that we don't think he continues the hot roll. Because I think because the Colts falter, what is your reasoning? Do you just think that he's going to get hurt or slow down? Or
I think it's just going to be a tough schedule from here on out.
Yeah.
And people are onto him. They're going to be shutting down the run and then having Jones and stuff in the backfield.
Yeah, it's not Peyton Manning
dicey.
back there.
Yeah, it's dicey.
So, All right. So Jonathan Taylor, we're both going fiction on that one. All right. This is an interesting one because you're a Raiders fan. And I've got a Raiders shirt on today
You
that
do.
my grandma bought me. It's a very
I think I love your grandma.
yeah, grandma likes the local team. So like
Nice.
whenever a new team moves out here,
Yeah.
she got me a Mammoth cup for my house. She got me a Knights hat. She got me a Raiders shirt. She
Awesome.
likes the local scene. Like whenever people live somewhere, she likes to try and give them a piece of the local culture. So I got a Raiders
You've
shirt.
got the Raiders
I
shirt.
did.
You've got a Vegas Knights hat
I did
on.
buy this one, but
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay.
This is the reverse retro. When
Retro,
they
yeah.
did those jerseys, I was like, that's a cool hat. So I got to
That's
get
cool.
that. All right. So let's go. The Raiders will move on from Geno Smith after the season. Fact or fiction? I will pose this one to you first.
I hope fact.
Ooh, shots
I
fired.
have not been impressed with Geno at all.
Shots fired.
Yeah. And,
You obviously didn't watch the game last week.
no, I know. He had a great game last week, but
Yeah.
like 1 out of 10.
I get it.
Like he's been horrible. Like Tua and Geno should just go hang out in a bar somewhere and stop playing football. Like they need to just retire.
Okay. Now you're taking shots at my guy here. Me and Gino went to West Virginia together, and you're just
Sorry.
you're taking him down here, and that's
Okay, but he's taking my team down.
I know he is taking your team down, but he had 32.05 fantasy points last week, 4 passing touchdowns. It wasn't his fault they lost to the Jags.
Okay.
It really wasn't.
It wasn't, but
So,
look at all the other games.
The other games, I agree. I mean, there's been some games. That Monday night game, we're at Wingnuts. Who were they playing?
Horrible.
He threw all those
Interceptions
and
and-
looked
yeah.
terrible. And I needed like 16 points from him and Genty.
And I think he got you like
combined.
negative
He got
points
me
or something.
negative. Yes, he
Yeah.
did. It was a miserable outing.
And I feel bad for Genty. Like we actually have some great players, some key players. And
yeah.
Geno,
So you think they move on
I hope so.
after
Yeah.
the season?
Fact. Yeah.
Fact.
They've got
Okay.
to.
I'm going to go fiction because as long as Pete Carroll's there, I think they're going to hold on to him.
Really.
I think they'll hold on to
He's
him
okay.
for at least
but
one more year. That's Pete's guy.
It is,
That's
but
Pete's guy.
at the same time, when you can't perform,
Yeah.
it's time to.
I think it's time to draft one in this upcoming draft and let Geno play one more year and let the guy sit behind him for
1 year.
Not the whole year even.
Yeah.
If Geno struggles through 6 games,
Yeah.
throw the kid in there. But you can't start the season with rookie quarterback in that offensive
Right.
line. Like the Raiders' offensive line in Geno's defense has been in shambles this whole season. He's
Yeah,
been
it's
pressured, he's been
always
sacked, he's been
been
hurried.
bad.
Yeah, but like that's something you got to improve.
Exactly. They need to invest in the O line.
You saying it's always been like that, just because it's always been like that doesn't mean it's okay.
No, it's not. It's
Like,
horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So start investing in that.
Start investing, and they did with that Jackson Powers
Power,
Johnson
yeah.
from Oregon, and he might stink. Like I'm not a big
I
offensive.
don't know that. Yeah, he's
I'm not
produced.
he's not a great offensive lineman, and that guy from Alabama they drafted the. Was it? Oh, jeez. I'm normally good with this, but in this early in the morning, sometimes I forget. The tackle from Alabama, I forget his name. Weatherford. Check that. Alabama offensive tackle, first round pick by the Raiders. He was a big dude, and he was awful. And he was supposed to be kind of the mainstay along the offensive line.
Right.
And he just never really put it together for the Raiders. So it's interesting how they build their offensive line, and they just haven't had
Tyler Booker.
Tyler Book. No, I don't think so. He's on the Cowboys.
Oh,
Hold on.
hang on.
Raiders first round tackle bust. Okay, this will work.
Bust.
Yeah, that'll pull it up.
Alex Leatherwood.
Alex Leatherwood.
Okay.
That's him. Yep.
Yeah.
So he was a guy that
You had to put in the bust.
yeah, you had to put in the bus. So I put it in on Grok, and the first name that comes up is, I don't remember if you remember this name, but Robert Gallery, the
Oh.
offensive lineman.
Yeah.
He was a massive bust in 2004. And then the notable busts in Raiders draft history along the offensive line, Alex Barron, and now Alex Leatherwood. So
Yeah.
really rough draft picks
Drafting.
along the offensive line. But like you said, they have good skill players.
They do.
Brock Bowers just erupted for like one of the best games in, all season in
Right.
fantasy. He had like 46 points.
He was
you got
good.
Genty, who's a stud at running back.
Yep.
I think Jacoby Myers wants out because of the bad quarterback play. He's been requesting a trade.
Right.
So you're probably got to look for new receivers come next year for whoever the quarterback is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say Fiction because Pete, that is his guy. I think he stays true to him for one more year. And even with the bad and shoddy performance throughout this season.
Okay.
I'm going to go Fiction. You're going to go Fact. We disagree again, which is pretty much status quo. All right, let's keep moving. The Baltimore Ravens will win the AFC North.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, I'll go first here.
Okay.
I'm going to go Fact.
Okay.
They have started to get things back in order in Baltimore. And this is one of the best regular season football teams in recent memory. They always dominate the regular season. Now, come playoff time, this is not the same team. But the last 2 games have gone like this. And they haven't had Lamar in that Baltimore Ravens, or the Chicago Bears game. They still won 30-16 over the Bears. And that was 2 weeks ago. Then this past week just totally tore the Dolphins apart limb from limb. 28-6. That was the Thursday night game. Now they got the Vikings. Their remaining schedule goes like this. Vikings 4-4, Browns 2-6, Jets 1-7, Bengals 3-6, Steelers 5-3, Bengals 3-6, Patriots 7-2, Packers 5-2-1, and Steelers 5-3 to end the season. So 2 games against the Steelers. The winners of those 2 games probably going to win the division.
Yeah.
Because the Steelers got a couple game lead on them, but the Steelers' remaining schedule is much, much tougher. So I will say that right now. They got the Bengals, Bears, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, and Ravens. So there's some better teams in there than who the Ravens are playing. I think the schedule sets up favorably. You've got Lamar Jackson, a multiple-time MVP. I just think that the Ravens are destined to win this division. I think they win it at 10-7, maybe, because the Steelers go 9-8 every year. They go 9-8, 9-7 before we had a 17-game season.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game in 10 years. So I like the Ravens to win the AFC North. Fact. Delay by you.
Yeah.
You're thinking. Crunching the numbers. Your math mind. What are you thinking? Fact or fiction? Such a delay
I
here.
think it's fiction.
Oh, again disagreeing.
For just the AFC North.
Okay. Yeah, just the AFC North. Steelers, Bengals, Browns. That's all they got to beat out.
I think Steelers.
Okay. So you disagree.
Yeah,
all right.
I do disagree.
All right. So you like old man Rodgers and that terrible defense to somehow win this division.
Don't like old man Rodgers, but he's winning.
Okay. Well,
So,
it's an opinion thing. So
it is, yeah.
I'm not trying to take away from your opinion. I'm just challenging you a little bit.
No, I think
he's 40-something years old.
Yeah, but he's still 5-3. Ravens are 3-5.
Yeah, but there's context. Like you can't
there's
just
context.
You can't just look at the record. You got to look at who they beat.
Who
they
they
beat
play
the Jaguars.
too. Yeah.
They beat the Panthers. They beat the Jets. They lost to the Seahawks. Beat the Patriots. Good win there by the Steelers. Beat the Vikings. Beat the Browns. Lost to the Bengals with Joe Flacco as the quarterback. Lost to the Packers and beat the Colts. So
okay, but Joe Flacco has been on fire since he's gone to the Bengals.
He has, but you're going to go fiction here. You like the Steelers to win the AFC North.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the next one. We've disagreed on most of these, but let's keep going.
That's all right.
The Seahawks, the Seattle Seahawks, will finish with a top 3 defense in points allowed.
Oh, and points allowed. You're throwing a
defensive stat one at you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go fact here.
Okay.
As we were traveling home from the Utah Mammoth game during the majority of the Sunday night football affair between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. But what I saw when I was watching before I tapped out and said this sucks and I'm done.
Yeah.
Is that the Seahawks are maybe the most underrated defense in the NFL.
Right.
So with Leonard Williams up front, they've got a good secondary with Witherspoon and Tyreek Woolen. Right now, The Seahawks are the 5th best defense in points allowed, 18.8 points per game.
Yeah.
So ahead of them is Houston, the Rams, Kansas City, Denver.
Oh.
Those are the only teams ahead of them, and they're very marginal differences, except for Houston, which is averaging 15.1 points per game, pretty marked. But to get into the top 3, all you would have to do is drop about a 0.9 of a point. So the 17.9 is the Kansas City Chiefs at number 3. So could the Seahawks climb into the top 3 is the question. I'm going to say fact.
Yeah.
I watched them against the Commanders Sunday night, and they were suffocating.
Right.
The pass rush, they crushed Daniels all night long. Like, he was getting sacked, hit, hurried, all the stuff. Hurt. Hurt. It's very sad still. But, I would say that Seattle's defense will climb into the top 3. That's a fact. I think there's just too much talent on their team. So,
I would agree.
You would agree with
I
this
actually
one?
agree.
Wow. Can I get the ding out for that? Or?
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you. Got the ding for an agreement from Tara. All right, let's go to the last one here. And this is going to be the most controversial one.
Here we go.
Drake May has a legitimate shot for NFL MVP. I'll let you go first. You have the floor, ma'am.
Fact. Yes.
She likes it as a fact. Now tell me why.
I think the Patriots win the AFC.
Oh
I think we see them in the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
That's where I'm going. That's
Your
where I'm
first
going.
hot take that has been sizzling on. Wow.
Yes.
Patriots to the Super Bowl. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Teradamus.
They win the AFC.
All you guys
Drake
in Mesquite,
May has a great chance at the MVP.
all you guys in Mesquite listening now, this girl's hot with her pick. She's got a crystal ball. She's looking into it. She's seeing the Patriots. And all right. So you think May has a legit shot at the MVP. You think the Patriots headed back to the Super Bowl potentially.
Yeah.
So you're obviously high on Drake May.
I am. Yeah.
Very high. He's delivered you an amazing fantasy output.
Right.
And you drafted him in like the 12th round or whatever, some relevant round where anyone could have had him multiple times before
I drafted him in like the 4th round.
Oh, you did? I thought you drafted him late. Okay.
No,
so you got him pretty
drafted
early.
him early because
you were worried someone else would get him.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I've been high on him since preseason.
We know.
Yeah.
We know. We've been through this, and I know that you were out in front on this, so you want to bang the drum, whatever you want to call it, for Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you this, he's got no shot at the MVP.
Well,
the Patriots might have a shot at the Super Bowl, but the numbers that Mahomes and Allen are going to put, the MVP is a numbers award.
It is.
So, like, the flashiest numbers are going to win. You got to have some team success, I understand. The MVP is never going to come from a 3-12 or whatever team, or 3-14, 17 games.
What?
But the MVP is never going to come from a terrible team. That's pretty true.
They're not terrible.
No. I'm saying...
Oh.
Not Drake May. I'm saying that an MVP in the NFL will not come from a bad team. So it will be a Josh Allen, a Drake May, a Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
It will not be somebody down the list, even if they have a great year. So, like, I know he's not having a great year, but say Jaden Daniels had a great year and wasn't hurt a bunch, but they still finished with a 5.
He is hurt.
He is hurt and he's out. But I do. I have a lot of damage right now. So a lot of scar tissue.
So I don't know why you'd even throw that in there as an example.
Because say he's not hurt and he plays through the season. And the Commanders finished with 4 wins. But he has the best stats of any quarterback in the league, and their defense is just letting them down. He still wouldn't win the MVP because you've got to have team success paired with individual success to win the MVP most years in the NFL.
Right.
That's what I've seen as the track record.
And so you think Mahomes...
That's why I was trying to set up that example.
Mahomes.
So I think Mahomes will probably win it. Yeah.
Record 5-4, and the Patriots 7-2.
That's right. There's still enough team success. They're a winning record. They're probably going to finish, with 10, 11 wins. The Chiefs, I wouldn't doubt that. They'll rip off some wins. So, and is it Josh Allen? Like, Josh Allen is the number 1 odds in the sports books. He is the number 1 favorite to win the MVP right now. And
he's been terrible, though, the last couple weeks.
Okay. I mean, you're obviously in the Drake May camp, and we all know that. But
It's not just that, but...
I mean, the books are not partial or biased. They are going to set numbers based on stats, based on wins, based on things that are that are material that you can't. They're not abstract.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Okay, I'm just saying. Drake May's got a kind of a snowball's chance in hell to win the MVP. I'll say that.
I agree to disagree. Yeah, agree to disagree.
I mean, like most of these. So let's go through them just for an accurate numbers count. I think you might have agreed with one. So
I think two.
Lions will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. You disagreed.
No.
I went fact. You went fiction. Jonathan Taylor will continue to be the best player in fantasy football. Did we agree on that one? Both said
no,
fact?
I disagreed.
Oh, you disagreed. You said fiction.
Yeah, fiction. I think
said-
you did too, because if it's overall, like every position.
Oh, that's right. We agreed. We both said fiction on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. The Raiders will move on from Geno. I said fiction.
fact.
You said fact. The Ravens will win the AFC North. You said fiction. I said fact. The Seahawks will finish with a top 3 defense and points allowed. We agreed on that one. Fact.
Yeah.
And then Drake May has a legit shot for NFL MVP. Fact, fiction, split once again.
Split.
So 2 out of 6.
Hey, that's not bad.
It's pretty good track record. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
It's good.
Well, that'll bring us to the end of NFL Fact or Fiction. You have fun on that one?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
You got to get more Drake May
like
love
that.
in there.
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right.
And there's more coming.
Oh, I know. It's all season. Unless he gets hurt or something. I mean, I'll never hear the
Hey,
end
don't
of this.
you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I did kind
You
of.
just
It was
shut
a Freudian slip.
Okay.
It was a Freudian slip there. So,
You're just Jaden Daniels jealous. He's
am.
hurt, so you want like May hurt.
I know.
That's horrible.
I don't want him hurt. I never said that. I never said I want him hurt. I don't want injury on anybody, but I just wish my guy wasn't hurt.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but yeah, Drake May would probably love Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar too, as student specials every day, 11 to 3, daily for high school and college students. So you're a Utah Tech student looking for something good to eat, head over to Kabuto 11 to 3 and get the great deals on all the delicious food they have over there. Also brought to you by Color I struggle. Color
It is a hard
Country
one.
Custom Coatings.
There
JC
it
is
is.
offering a limited time deal, $400 off a permanent ceramic coating. But hurry, this offer won't last. Call JC today at 678-283-8124. Here it comes again. Color Country Custom Coatings. Protect your vehicle with the ultimate finish. We'll be right back after this quick break. Back live here from the Finlay Hyundai studio. It's been a really fun show today. A lot of good talk and banter, and I thought this would kind of light another fire as we've had this debate going on for a while in the studio with Devin, with Tara, with me, but no Devin today. But let's get into the redraft of the 2024 NFL draft class in the quarterback position specifically. So let's go through the top picks. It was number one overall was Caleb Williams out of USC. Number 2 was Jaden Daniels out of LSU to the Washington Commanders, and obviously the Bears took Caleb.
Yeah.
The number 3 pick was the New England Patriots selecting Drake May out of the University of North Carolina.
Yep.
And then the number 8 pick was the Michael Penix surprise pick that after they signed Kirk Cousins, they went ahead and drafted Michael Penix Jr. at number 8. And then number 10 was the Minnesota Vikings taking the Michigan gunslinger J.J. McCarthy. And then lastly, the last first-round quarterback we're going to assess today is the 12th overall pick, Bo Nix, out of Oregon to the Denver Broncos. So, all right, those are the names. Let's start with let's go, what is that, 6 quarterbacks? Let's go 6 to 1. So let's start with number 6. Who is your least valuable, least productive, or who you think will be the worst quarterback in this class? Who would you draft last?
It's kind of not fair because McCarthy's injured and out.
He played last week.
Yeah.
I know he's been injured this season.
He's been
he was
injured
out the whole year last year. I
so
get your
his
injury
stats are not great.
Yeah.
But I would say I would draft Penix Jr. last.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go JJ last. So we disagree there. I like what Penix has shown in small flashes and samples.
Okay.
He didn't start a ton of games last year. What was it? 4 or 5, I think it was.
He's only played 5 games, yeah.
This year he's played the whole season, but last year it looks as if he was starting in 5, I believe. So the end of the season was, kind of the time to break in Michael Penix Jr. And he had 1,200 pass yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions last year. 150 rush yards and 1 touchdown. Took over the reins from Kirk Cousins last season, midway through the year. So not a ton of sample with him. More sample of him than J.J. McCarthy.
Right.
But, the meniscus for McCarthy ruined the whole season for him. He tore the meniscus in the preseason.
His first year.
The second year for McCarthy, been mixed results. When he has started, hasn't been great. I still remember that Monday Night Football game against the Bears where they didn't do anything like the whole first half. And then they stormed back and won, and he played really well in the second half.
Yeah.
But I just think the inconsistencies, I know he works with Kevin O'Connell, the head coach in Minnesota, is a great quarterback whisperer, a guy that's probably going to get him right later in his career, but I don't see it in the first few years. So I think Michael Penix is going to be more valuable to his team, a better asset as a quarterback than JJ. So I'll go Michael Penix, I'll go JJ and you'll go Michael Penix.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the 5th quarterback taken now.
Okay.
So this will be where it starts to get a little more interesting. So I will flip-flop your last one with my last one.
Exactly. Okay.
I'm going to go Michael Penix, number 5 of the quarterback selected. So, and you're going with JJ,
and
right?
JJ.
Okay, so we just flip-flopped 5 and 6.
Right.
Okay, so now... And same reasons. We don't really have to go into why those two guys, we just talked about them. So let's go down to number 4.
Okay.
The 4th quarterback taken for me. This is hard. I'm going to go Bo Nix.
Oh.
I'm going to go Bo Nix is my 4th quarterback taken.
Really?
I think Bo going to the playoffs with the Broncos last year and having a really surprising year as a 12th pick, 3,200 pass yards, 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a 68.3 completion percentage, and also 500 plus yards on the ground and 6 rushing touchdowns. So he had a really good season last year, and he has played okay this year. I haven't really loved Bo Nix this year, but so that's why in the redraft I'm knocking him a little bit.
You're knocking him. Wow.
So I like the 3 left better than Bo Nix. I like all 3 of those guys. If you put Drake May, Jaden Daniels when healthy, or Caleb Williams on the Broncos with that defense, I think that they'd be a better team than Bo Nix. So I'm going to put Bo Nix number 4 in my quarterback redraft.
You mean number 3? Because we already did McCarthy and Penix Jr. 5 and 4.
6 and 5, I thought.
Oh, 6 and 5.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. No,
six?
you're right. You are right.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, this is a tough one.
Long deliberation.
I hate this because I agree.
Oh.
I would probably. Dang it. Yeah.
I love how you go, I hate this because I agree. Yeah.
Man,
and
okay.
That is, for the listeners out there, that's a story of our friendship, you know, and our coworker relationship as well, you know.
Yeah.
Whenever I win one, I like to bank them, you know.
Dang it.
That's a win for me. So
I agree.
She agrees with me, and that's very rare. So Bo Nix. So my order goes JJ, Michael, Bo Nix. Your order goes Michael JJ, Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is where it gets fun.
This is where, yeah. Okay, here we go.
All right, so the top 3. Let's get that number 3 sounder out. I like. Let's get some drama building for this moment.
All right.
Let's get into our number 3 quarterback in the 2024 NFL draft class. For me,
you want
is I didn't need that again, but it's all right.
I don't know your hand signals again.
We don't want to get into the hand signal thing again.
No.
But number 3 for me, it's hard, but I think I'm going to go Drake May.
Wow.
I like Drake May at number 3. He's having a good year this year.
Okay.
But let's talk about last year, as a lot of people don't want to get into last year, and it's past, and it's whatever. It's in the rear view mirror.
Let's include last year and this year. Let's combine the two. Let's look at the stats.
We can look at the stats for both years, but just 2,100 plus passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions last year. That's not very good.
Okay.
That is not good. He didn't even start the season. He wasn't even the day 1, game 1 starter. So he wasn't even good enough to beat out whoever the bum was that was in front of him last year for New England. And I haven't even remember who it is. That's how bad he was.
Oh, my gosh.
So Drake May was a bench warmer to start the season last year. So, and Jaden Daniels was the offensive rookie of the year, went to the NFC Championship game. Caleb Williams had a better year statistically in year 1. I just don't think you can completely throw out year 1 when we're doing this exercise.
We are including year 1.
Okay. So I have Drake May at 3 because of year 1.
Okay.
I have Drake May at year 1 or number 3 because of year 1. He did not have an impressive year 1.
He's played 22 games.
Yeah.
4,561 passing yards, 32 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. How many interceptions?
Daniels, 14.
14.
Yeah.
Daniels is not near that.
No. But 23 games played for Daniels, and he's hurt. He's probably out the rest of the season.
He might be.
4,752 passing yards, 33 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions.
Okay, less interceptions, way more games. So, I don't know. Your boy might not have great ball security.
Okay, well.
So, at least in year 1, he was dicey. I mean, I admit, Drake May's been great.
Are the Commanders going to make the playoffs this year?
No, they're not. They're not.
And Daniels is out.
He's out.
So, for the remaining 8 games, what do you think Drake May is going to do?
I think he's going to do fine. I think the Patriots are going to make the playoffs. He's played really well. And I'm not discounting him this year, but I am discounting him last year. He was not good. So
we'll have to revisit. We'll have to circle back to this at the end of the regular season.
Okay.
And do this segment again.
Oh, yeah. I love this segment. Redrafting is awesome. So,
but 3, I would have. Daniels is my 3.
Oh, there it is.
Just to put it out there. Daniels is my 3. To get back to to kind of stay on track just a little bit. Daniels would be my 3. Okay. He's injury prone.
Okay.
What's his upside? And he's probably out for the rest of the season.
What?
And they're not going to postseason.
So offensive rookie of the year doesn't mean anything?
It doesn't to me.
Against all your peers, you win the award for the best player in your entire draft class.
Perfect. You put that in your trophy board and live in the past forever.
Okay. And then the NFC
go
Championship
to the bar and talk to everybody about how you won, rookie of the year.
Sounds like me in my frat days.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But it was not unlike my frat days.
We'll hear your
that
glory
was 10
stories
years
forever.
Ago.
That was forever ago.
That was 10 years ago. But
hold
Jaden
on to
Daniels'
those glory
success
days.
was 1 year ago. Not
but
10.
still, it's not this year.
All right. Well, you're a big present person. You're a big here and now, you know? So
I can't wait to sit at the bar one day with Jaden Daniels and hear about his glory days, his first year, and, you know.
Man, this has gotten good.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going Daniels 3. You're going my guy 3. And I'm going your guy 3. So there's obviously some tension here.
There's some tension.
There's some
It's
tension.
fine. Whatever.
So, all right, let's move to number 2.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
You go first. Ladies first this time.
I would put Caleb Williams second.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's having a great year, too.
He is. So
and
a
his
lot of doubters
his
of Caleb.
stats are actually better than like Jaden Daniels and Drake Mays. However, I'm looking at Mays like upside and what we're going to see from him like moving forward.
So what do you quantify as this upside? I want to know your metrics for upside before you say upside a lot.
Okay, so Caleb Williams has played 25 games. So he's played more games than Jaden Daniels or Drake May.
Yeah.
And he's got 5,457 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, but he does have 10 interceptions.
Yeah.
So if you break it down into like the average and stuff, yes, he's played more games. So I think he's pretty even with Drake May and Daniels. Of course, Daniels is out, so there's no upside.
Yeah, you've pointed that out a few times.
Daniels is out.
Thanks for pointing it out again. Can we get the ding for every time you say that from now on?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Daniels is out.
Okay.
So no upside.
Okay, no
Drake
upside.
May, however, upside.
Upside. Okay.
And I think we're going to see great things from him. So Caleb Williams is my second for the Bears. The Bears.
All right, Caleb Williams, number 2 for you.
Yep.
Caleb Williams, number 2 for me.
Okay.
Yep.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, you see where number 1's going to be. And I want that number 1 sounder because I'm going to get juiced up to say that guy's name. But
Whatever.
Caleb Williams has had an amazing season. He just put up 43 points in fantasy just a week ago. He had a reception touchdown. He runs really well as a quarterback, too. I think that's an underrated aspect of Caleb's game is his rushing ability. I don't think many people know that or say that's a big skill in his tool bag, but he's good.
Drake May has more rushing yards, though, than Caleb Williams.
Interesting. So he's a runner, too.
May has 691. Williams has 672.
Okay, so very
Daniels
close.
with 1153. But that might be why he's hurt, too.
Yeah, it could be why he's hurt. Yeah, so it could be why he's hurt. You keep getting those digs in. All right, let's get into it. Let's go to
Here we go.
The grand finale.
Number 1.
Jaden Daniels.
I knew it.
NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. NFC Championship game appearance, 2 playoff wins on the road. How many playoff wins does Drake May have?
He's going to have more than freaking Daniels after this year.
Than the Daniels. Now,
really?
How many does he have now?
Back in the day, I used to throw a pigskin half a mile. Like, dude, whatever. It's in the past. It doesn't matter.
It's a year ago, dude. It's not 20 years ago.
It's still in the past.
Okay. All right. Well, you're going to stand on that it's in the past. Upside.
Upside, yeah.
But the past
like I said, we'll revisit and compare
past
stats.
still matters. It's not like it's irrelevant. You know, like the Raiders won the Super Bowl in 1983. It's irrelevant just because it's
old.
Irrelevant. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
It's great, but like for current fans and stuff, like my Raiders have sucked forever. I hate it.
I get it, but that's something that's in the 80s. I'm talking about a year ago here, going to the NFC Championship game as a rookie, which has never been done before. So to say that he didn't have an amazing season would be an incorrect statement.
But he's not having one this year.
I understand. But I'm going to say he's going to rekindle the greatness next year. So when he's fully healthy. And ready
so
to
now
go.
we're like, we're past and future. Like the here and now just doesn't matter. It's the here and now. The present is completely
game,
irrelevant,
buddy.
dude.
I'm going to play my own game
No, you don't get to make stupid rules. Like, get real.
I'm derailing it, but it was fun. So we've redrafted the 2024.
No, I haven't.
Oh, well, we already.
still need. No, I've got something for you though. We're gonna hang on. Let me.
She's got video for the listeners out there and all our streamers on YouTube.
Yeah,
she's got something special here.
Damian Woody here. Here we go.
Okay, Damian. What are we thinking, Damian?
Oh, we got an ad.
Hang on. An ad, but we'll work through the ad.
Yeah, we'll get through it.
That's
One
right.
second.
We'll work through it, and because I actually am on pins and needles wanting to know what this video.
You should be. You should be.
Because I know that he's going to say something that's going to support your argument. So
yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
hang on, we'll get to it. But yeah, Drake May, I think, should be number one.
All right.
And it's not, I mean, I'm not totally biased, but
You're not super biased, but you do have him on your team. All right,
Yep,
here's
here we go.
Damian
Best
Woody.
quarterback in the what appears to be outstanding 2024 quarterback draft class.
Yes, Drake May. Drake May is the best of that outstanding class. I've been on this show for weeks now saying that Drake May is playing like a top 5 quarterback, and he absolutely is doing that right now. Listen, that Cleveland Browns defense going into the game, you could make a case that was the best defense in the National Football League. All Drake May did was just be surgical, okay, against that Cleveland Browns defense. Oh, by the way, what's his name? Had 5
Myles
sacks.
Garrett.
Myles Garrett had 5 sacks against him. Listen, Drake May has the second highest completion percentage in NFL history through 8 games. Second highest.
second
completion
highest. Did you hear that?
Okay, in NFL history, only trailing
NFL
Drew Brees
history.
right now. The man is doing it with his arm. He's doing it with his legs. With Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels coaching him right now, this man is just looking outstanding.
You and Damian just go to hell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right.
It's getting chippy.
That's right. You
yeah,
guys.
I'm sorry. It sucks to suck, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's all right. You and Damian think whatever you want.
We will.
And
Yeah.
me and Jaden will enjoy our appearance in our championship game last year and our 2 road playoff
Yeah,
wins.
you keep living that up in the past.
I'm loving it. I'm soaking it in.
Okay.
Enjoying it.
Good for you.
So
Yep.
I'm enjoying it. But
pass.
the 2024 NFL redraft of the quarterback position, a lot of fun on the drive thus far. And we're going to take the final break here and come back with the wrap of the show and the Pick'em contest. We got to make our picks to keep it rolling. Tara at 1-0. I'm at 0-1. Let's see if we can fix that and get going forward. All right, we'll take the break. Be back after this. Back live here for the wrap of the show. Been a really fun one today. Really enjoyed today's program, and I hope you have too, as today's show has been brought to you exclusively by Color Country Custom Coatings. JC is offering a limited time deal, $400 off a permanent ceramic coating, but hurry, this offer won't last. Call JC today at 678-283-8124. Color Country Custom Coatings. Protect your vehicle with the ultimate finish. Also brought to you by St. George Tint Shop. Make your vehicle look good, feel cooler, and protect your ride. Book your tint today. Just call 435-704-8657 or Google St. George Tint Shop today. And lastly, Coral Canyon Golf Course. Celebrate Coral Canyon's 25th anniversary. Play great golf for a great price. Call for tee times 435-688-1700. That's 435-688-1700. 1700. All right. It's been a really fun show. We've talked a lot of content today. We had the Around the Water Cooler talking Utah Tech basketball and BYU basketball. We had the redraft of the 2024 NFL draft class. We talked big, embarrassing upsets, NFL fact or fiction. And now it is time to assert myself and take back my rightful throne as the leading picker. I'm down 1-0 in correct picks.
Yes.
As of yesterday, Tara correctly picked the Kraken over the Blackhawks, and I missed the Oilers against the Blues. So we start a new day. Yeah. So I will let ladies first, of course, and you go ahead and make your pick, buddy.
This is a dicier pick. So Lightning and Avalanche play tonight, just because there's no like football or anything. Yeah. So and Lightning have been on a hot streak, and I'm going with the Lightning tonight.
Over the Avs.
Over the Avs.
All right.
Yes.
So that is Lightning are actually an underdog, plus 125.
They are the underdog.
100 wins you 125 on that bet. I'm going to go with a slight favorite here. I'm going to take the Utah Mammoth against the Buffalo Sabres. They're minus 135. So that's a Mammoth off that loss to those Tampa Bay Lightning. We will see how they respond tonight. That's a, let's see, 5 p.m. puck drop on ESPN Plus or Utah 16 or SEG Plus. All right, we're out for today. Have a great day, everybody.
No.
Oh, sorry. We got 10 seconds, and it's been a great show today. Really enjoyed all the content. Thanks for listening. For Tara, for myself, we'll be back tomorrow.